What if saving the world meant waking up a god who might not even remember how to do his job? Hello, book lovers. Today I'm talking about the Kane Chronicles Book 2, The Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan. And this sequel takes the adventure, humor, and Egyptian mythology from the first book and pushes the stakes even higher. Question of the day: which mythology do you enjoy reading about the most in fantasy books? Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, Norse mythology, or something else? Let me know in the comments. In this story, Carter and Sadie Kane are still dealing with the consequences of the Egyptian gods being released into the modern world. They are now training young magicians at Brooklyn House while also trying to stop their biggest threat yet, the chaos snake Apophis. If he escapes, the world basically ends. Their only real chance is to revive the sun god Ra, but no one even knows where he is. And bringing him back would require powerful magic that most magicians would never attempt. What really worked for me in this book was the sense of adventure and imagination. The story sends Carter and Sadie on a wild journey, searching for the pieces of the Book of Ra while traveling through magical places and facing all kinds of strange gods and creatures. The trip through the Duat especially adds some really entertaining moments, including a very unusual nursing home and some creative mythological encounters. I also love how the story is told from both Carter and Sadie's perspectives. Sadie's sarcastic and stubborn personality really steals the spotlight at times, while Carter continues to grow into a stronger leader. In this book, you can clearly see him stepping into that role and trying to guide the other young magicians. Another thing I enjoyed was seeing Brooklyn House expand with more characters. It starts to feel like a real community of magicians. There is one character in particular with a very sad background. We are not told everything, but you can tell his story is not a happy one, which adds a bit of emotional depth to the adventure. There are also moments that show how much the characters are willing to sacrifice to stop chaos. One situation involving the dwarf god really highlights that and shows the stakes of the battle against Apophis. Now, for what might not work for everyone. Because the story introduces more characters and a lot of different events, it can feel a little busy at times. If you prefer a very focused storyline, this might feel slightly crowded. But if you enjoy fast-paced fantasy with lots of mythology and humor, this book delivers that really well. For my personal reading taste, I really enjoy fantasy that mixes mythology, humor, and adventure, and that is something Rick Riordan consistently does well. I also like seeing characters grow over a series, and Carter and Sadie definitely feel more mature and powerful here, even though they still struggle with doubt and responsibility. I gave The Throne of Fire 4 out of 5 stars because it is a fun and imaginative sequel that builds the world, develops the characters, and ends in a way that makes you want to immediately pick up the next book. If you enjoy mythology-based fantasy, sarcastic characters, magical training houses, and big adventurous quests, this series is definitely worth checking out. If you enjoyed this review, please like the video, share it with another reader, and subscribe to my channel Hello Book Lovers for more honest book reviews that help you decide what to read next. And tell me in the comments if you prefer Carter's serious leadership style or Sadie's sarcastic attitude.